How did I perform in my promotion? Did I promote well my music properly? Did I go to all the radio stations I wanted to go to? Did I go to all the TV stations that I wanted to go to? Did I get all the gigs I wanted to get? Hey, it's nice to see you in the new year. My name is Perry Martins, and this is Music Business with Perry Martins. It's a new year. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? What's going on? What's happening? How was the December season? Hope you enjoyed. You artists, hope you played a lot of gigs, made a lot of money. And I think you're still in your season, playing gigs in churches and weddings and traditional marriages and white wedding and all the stuff, and all the gigs. So hope you made a lot of money, right? Now that you've made so much money, don't go and blow it, on all the enjoyments that you didn't enjoy when others were enjoying themselves. I still remember when I was an active musician. December seasons like this is the time for us. Those days I remember I would leave the house like 23rd, 24th, and then we'll play gig for 2 weeks back to back, like from this show to that show, from weddings to traditional marriages to burials to gig, because especially in the East, most families keep their burials in the season when everybody comes back, which is always the Christmas season. Apart from that, there's traditional marriages, there's church, watch night services, and all kinds of events in the Yuletide season. So it's always a good time for musicians to just make a lot of money, play gigs. You come back in January and then you have so much money. So it's always a great time. Being a musician is very interesting, So how do you start the year? I wanted to do this video to share with you how you can start the year with a bang, as an artist. How do you start the year? And I'm going to be talking to specifically gospel artists today. Secular artists, you can get a thing or two. I've actually spoken to a few of my friends who are bloggers, who are publicists, who are media executives, to actually chip in a thing or two. And I'm going to share some of the things that they talked about in this video. I spoke to Praise World Radio, Tola, Seller Freak, Alex, Gospel Health Sports, Mr. Smart, and then of course my friend in Praise Camp. I've asked them to share what they want you to know, what you should work on, what you should improve on, what your targets should be in this new year. And they have shared their mind with me, and I'm going to share that with you when we come back from this break. So when we come back from this break, we'll be talking about how to start the year on the right note, on a top note, with a bang, how to hit the ground running as an artist. So stick around, don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Okay, we're right back. How to start the year with a bang for an artist. How to start the year with a bang for an artist, or as an artist. All right, so number one is this. I personally feel that after you have played all the gig over the December season, you need to spend some time to reflect. Spend some time to pray, spend some time to reflect, to ask yourself, how did I perform last year? Did I meet all my goals? Did I even have a goal or plans? Most times artists don't have a plan, musicians. You don't have a plan or a target or a goal. People just go with the flow, right? But it's not right. So everybody should have a time to read what they call, making New Year resolutions. I personally don't believe in making New Year resolutions. I don't believe in making plans. And your plans should have started as the year is coming to an end. You start doing your review. Your review is to check, how have I performed? So as an artist, you're asking yourself, how many music songs did I release? How many performances did I do this year? How many places did I enter that I couldn't enter before? You check your progress. Basically checking your progress to see if you're progressing or if you're going back. You check your progress. So basically check your progress. How have I performed this year? Now, this checking your progress, you check it with your music. How has my music been? Have I improved in my music? How is my sound now? How is my singing? How is my performance? How is my band, the cohesion? How is the sound? How is it now? Are people feeling it? Is it becoming true, real? You have to do review in that aspect. The musicality. Then you have to do a review when it comes to the systems and structures around you. Do you have a manager? Do you have a PA? What is the working structure? How many gigs did they bring in? How many endorsements or engagements did they bring in? Is your management performing to the uttermost? These are the things. Is your management performing well? Is your label doing you well? You understand? At the end of the year, did you guys do well? Did you guys make money? You have to check all that, appraise all that. You understand? First of all, you too also, as the artist that is signed, if you're a signed artist, did you meet your goals? Were you just giving excuses? How was your attitude, your character? You can also check, is the fame entering my head, or am I maintaining decorum? These are the things you need to review as an artist. So you check the musicality, you check your ethics, the structure. When I mean the structure, I mean the systems within you, because I keep saying, as an artist, you are an institution. You're not just an individual, you are an institution. You have your A&R person, you have your manager, you have your label people, you have the publishers that you're working with, you have the marketers, you have the distributors, you have all sorts of guys around you that are working with you, people who are helping to get your music, into all sorts of places. So you are an institution, and because of that, you have to see yourself as one and think about yourself as one. So your system. So then your money. How is your money? Do you have enough money in the account? All the money you made, did you save some? I mean, you spend some, and then you save some, right? You invest some. You should, as you're making the money, you should have a money manager who helps you to put your money in places, because you're not going to be young all your life, right? A day will come when you won't be making money anymore like you're making right now. But as an artist, of course, you have your royalties and stuff coming in. But then again, you should, put your money in some places. But the thing is, financial. You look at your financials. So after you have reviewed yourself, you review your musicality, you review your systems and your structures, and you review your money. Right, and you ask yourself, how can I perform in the new year? How can I perform in the new year? So in reviewing your systems, you also look at, how did I perform in my promotion? Did I promote well my music properly? Did I go to all the radio stations I wanted to go to? Did I go to all the TV stations that I wanted to go to? Did I get all the gigs I wanted to get? Did I knock on every door I ought to have knocked on? A couple of things like this. So after you have reviewed this thing, then you can now sit down and plan. It's a new year. What are the targets? How many singles am I releasing? Am I releasing an album or not? You sit down with your team. You can't do it alone. Most artists just think that it's all about them. No, it's about the team. It's about your business manager. It's about your business manager. It's about your publicist. It's about your A&R. It's about the team. It's about the team. It's about everybody it's about your social media manager. It's about everybody that is on your team. Have a small team. It's about your band, right? It's about your band. It's about the people your plugs, the people that plug in, your plugs, your producer. It's about all of them, right? So it's the new year. Sit down on the table. Call up all your guys. Sit down with them and let's plan this year. What are we doing? Call your producers. What are we doing this year? Personally, I feel that after you have, first of all, you have to define the plan for yourself before you start sharing it with the team. So, or depends on how you want to work. Or you sit down together with the team and plan together, depending on the kind of relationship you have. If the producers you have are producers you just go to when you want to record your music, and it means you have to finish your plan, then come to them and tell them what to do. If you are under a label or you have a producer in your team, then you sit with him and say, bro, what are we doing? Or sister, what are we doing this year? How many music are we churning out? What are the sound, that we're churning out in this new year? What can we do different? What can we do different? How can we raise the bar? How can we outdo ourselves, right? In the aspect of your performances, in your promo, what can you do better, right? What can you do better? So let me quickly share some of the things that some of the bloggers and publicists and media executives that I shared with me. So they said, number one, be intentional. Be intentional, meaning it actually means have a plan. So do something because there is a reason behind it. Don't just do it because everybody's doing it or that's the thing involved. No, be intentional about it. Be very, very intentional. I mean, have a plan and execute your plan. They say have more social media presence. Now, I know that they are saying this especially for gospel artists. A lot of gospel artists don't engage their social media very well. They don't pay a lot of attention to plan their social media. Have a calendar. My friend Steve Spotlight has a social media calendar. You should go. I think I should put his name. So you should go and get a social media calendar for an artist. So get a social media calendar to plan what your social media should look like. From January to December, what you should post each day. Of the year. You have to have a social media calendar so that because you have to keep your fans engaged. You have to keep them coming back. You have to keep them engaged. You have to keep relating with them because that's how you grow a paying fan base. Because when they believe you to the point where your music becomes their music. Your music becomes part of their life. They own your sound. Once your fans begin to own your music and own your sound, they will do anything for you. Right, and the way to do that is to consistently engage them, and be on the journey with them as they go on that journey with you. I think that's the best way I would define it. So they say improve on your strategies. That is, if you even have a strategy. So sit down and have a strategy. What is the strategy? What is the strategy? What is the plan? And how do I go about it? So improve on your strategy. Do more collaborations. Collaborations are fantastic. It's always the way an upcoming artist can, get into this particular space with a known artist and then do something fantastic. Or it's also a way for you to try out new genres. So that try out new genres so that you'll be able to express yourself in another form of music and see how you perform. So do more collaboration. They said put your music on digital platforms. That's another thing they said. Get your music on YouTube, get your music on iTunes, get your music on Boomplay, on Spotify, on AudioMac, on all the platforms. Get your music out there and promote it. Run promos. That's what they said. They said be deliberate in putting out good content. This is what Alex said. Be deliberate in putting out good content, right? Sit down. Let there be a story behind the music. Let there be sense behind the music, right? But then again, I mean, in the secular industry, anything goes. I mean, anything counts, right? But I feel that good lyrics is always good lyrics with great musicality always adds up to something fantastic. So be deliberate in pushing and promoting your music. That's what they said. Treat each music as if it's the last. Treat every release as if it's the last. That is, put all your energy, put all your effort, milk it to the point where you will be satisfied and tell yourself, I have done my best for this music. Milk every aspect of the music. Milk it, till the end. Then they say, another thing they said, a year is enough for you to blow. This year could be your year. This year could be the year you would blow, but you are the one that will determine it by putting in the work and making it happen. So that is all we want to share with you at the beginning of this year. Go out there and do exploits. This year is a year that you can blow. You can blow. Actually, in this year, from January to June, July is enough for you to have created enough buzz, to put out something that will shake up the industry. Whether you are a secular person or a gospel person. It's been nice hanging out with you. My name is Perry Martins. See you in my next video. God bless you. Bye.